Greetings and salutations, internet friends, and welcome back to another episode of the First Time Film Club. My name is Emily, your titular first timer. This is Matthew, my husband, Cinema Sherpa, and viewer submitted title, The Sentinel. It's sin like movie.
Like cinema?
Cinema, yeah.
I got it.
Yeah! That was submitted by our good buddy Codes. And of course, the most important person, Pippin. He's our cat. He is a sleepy little orange loaf. Sometimes he sleeps up here, sometimes he sleeps on the floor. So if he disappears, that's where he went. For those of you joining us for the first time, hello! What we're doing here is watching our way through a super long list of movies that typically I've never seen, but that Matthew has, i.e. Cinema Sherpa. That being said, dear heart, I know this film is one of our Just Some Superfan Patreon picks.
Correct.
What is the movie?
The movie we're watching today is the 1999 drama Bringing Out the Dead. And as per usual, I give you the year, genre, and title. You go in with whatever you already know. Then we watch the movie and review it. So, what do you know about Bringing Out the Dead?
I know two things about this movie.
Okay.
I know Nicolas Cage is in this. Nick Cage, if you're nasty. And I think Martin Scorsese did this. I think he directed this. And I also know that whenever I read it in my head, the Monty Python bit, Bring out your dead!
Yeah, I figured that's where you would go.
Yeah. And that's the extent of my knowledge.
Okie doke. So the only other thing for first time viewers is you may see me with my phone in my hand during the movie. That's because I'm taking notes on things to talk about afterwards. Now, that being said, I'm ready to watch Bringing Out the Dead.
Let's go. This film takes place in New York City in the early 90s. That's interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen like a tagline that says that, you know, like this film took place, you know. Martin Scorsese, okay, yeah. Patricia Arquette. John Goodman, okay. Ving Rhames, okay, alright, I'm here for this. By Joe Connolly, okay. Hot take, I love Nicolas Cage.
I was good at my job, but in the last year I'd started to lose that control. I hadn't saved anyone in months.
West 2-4, there's a woman who says a roach crawled in her ear.
Ah!
Nightmare?
Uh-huh.
It's my dad. And he started punching his chest and
How long ago did you stop breathing?
I don't know, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. 20.
Oh no.
On the phone trying to tell us.
I need you to squeeze this once every 3 seconds.
Clear! Clear!
Yeah, y'all don't need to watch this.
Step back.
Said he stopped breathing like 10, 20 minutes? No.
About 10 minutes.
No.
Do you have any music? I think it helps if you play something you liked.
Play the Sinatra.
You can call 83.
No, we can't. He's got a pulse.
Oh, shit.
Is he gonna be alright?
No, baby. His heart may be beating, but if he didn't have oxygen for 10 minutes, he ain't gonna be alright.
It was the neighborhood I grew up in, and where I'd worked most as a paramedic, and it held more ghosts per square foot than any other.
Hey, partner, your man doesn't look well. They're not gonna appreciate you inside. Chris just telling you things are backing up.
Chris, let us in.
Whatever you say.
Guys, what the hell are you doing to me? We're all backed up in here. Christ, look at this guy. He looks like he needs the works. What's wrong with him?
You should know you pronounced him.
Shit!
You told me he was dead, flatline.
He got better.
He got better! I'm sorry.
You're thinking about Monty Python?
Yes, yes.
3 more ODs from this new killer junk they call in Red Death.
What's in it?
It's a mix of heroin and I don't know what else. The stuff is so strong they're drinking with grain alcohol. You need 10 times the usual amount of Narcan, and when they wake up, watch out because they're liable to go nuts on you.
You one of them?
No, that's Noel. He used to be a regular off and on. You know, he seized and almost coded. I gave him a hypertonic solution. He drank so much his kidneys were taking out salt. Now that's one for the textbooks.
Oh my god.
Okay, you drink any more water, you could die.
No. It's me, Mary Burke.
Beef lo mein. Been on my mind since I woke. What do you think?
I think the moment that food hits your mouth, we'll get a run.
Oh, no!
Jesus Christ.
I just remembered I'm so stupid. I had beef lo mein last night.
Can't have
Damn you, John. And that's what you freaked out about? Oh, God.
He's got different priorities.
Fair enough, I guess. Oh, you don't need to be driving, I think. You're distracted.
Rose's ghost was getting closer. It had been 6 months since I lost her. A homeless girl, asthmatic. I used to block the bad calls out, but she wouldn't let go. All bodies leave their mark. You cannot be near the newly dead without feeling it. Spirits born half finished, accusing me of being there, witnessing a humiliation which they could never forgive.
534 West 32.
Let's do it. Might be a good one.
There are no good fires.
6-3.
Don't push it, Larry.
Well, you're burned out, man. You're scorched.
Not yet, Larry. I'm still burning. If you get any closer, I'm gonna put burn on you.
Jesus.
63 Zebra. Answer me now, or I'm sending a captain to your location.
Frank, when I say don't answer it, that means answer it. You can do me that. Wasted. It's my diagnosis of shit face.
He just needs a bath and some food. Come on, come on, come on.
It's not a homeless shelter. He's gonna have to wait in the lobby. No way.
No way, man. Not even in the corner. Gris cannot abide the funk tonight.
The doctor doesn't think my father will make it. Said he was dead for too long. After 6 minutes, the brain starts to die, and after that, just close the door.
5 or 6 in the morning is always the worst time for me. Just before dawn. Just when you've been lulled into thinking it might be safe to close your eyes for 1 minute. That's when I first found Rose.
It's always darkest before the dawn.
Yeah. I think Frank's
You ever think of doing anything else?
not doing well.
Sure. Someday it's going to be Chief Larry calling the shots.
I'd always had nightmares. Help others and you help yourself. But I hadn't saved anyone in months. More than anything else, I wanted to sleep like that.
Zebra.
I'm gonna cut my throat, man.
No, don't! Put down the bottle!
He's crazy.
Really?
Shit.
Oh, you didn't let me finish. We have rules against killing people on the street, okay? It looks bad.
Tom Wall's a crazy motherfucker.
He used to be my partner.
Frank, I know you. You give my friend here any more trouble, I'll kill you.
That's enough.
There's a double shooting 3 blocks down, 41st and 8th confirmed.
We'll do that.
What happened? Jesus Christ.
Where you hit?
Son.
Shit.
We got this gang war. I'm quitting, man. I'm going to the army where it's safe.
It's all right. We're here. Fuck. He's not breathing. Call a code.
I'd do it if I had to, you know, it's part of the job. What about you?
You ever do mouth-to-mouth before?
Once. On a baby.
You shouldn't smoke.
It's okay. They're prescription. Works
Shit.
better with a little whiskey.
All right, Winston Churchill.
That's it. I've had it. Can't take it anymore.
I mean, I can't blame him.
No.
Yep. Blood on.
Yeah, just everywhere. All
I know.
over you. You haven't even bothered to wipe it off. Which I suppose speaks volumes.
They showed me someone. It wasn't him. It wasn't my husband.
Mrs. Burke, they'll take care of him. We should go home now. Larry and I'll drop her back home. Help me get her to the ambulance.
Mom.
You want some coffee? I have applesauce cake, too.
Yeah. Couldn't do it. That's too heartbreaking and
Just
soul crushing.
Healthcare in general. Anybody who works in healthcare is just a saint.
Well, unless they're Tom Sizemore.
Oh, is that the one that you want to... Okay. Yeah, no, he can fuck off.
Saving someone's life is like falling in love. Once, for a few weeks, I couldn't feel the earth. Horns played in my shoes. Flowers fell from my pockets. You wonder if you become immortal, as if you've saved your own life as well.
Yeah, all of that was a single night. That's insane.
Sick, that's what I've been telling you.
You were sick. You got no sick time left, according to command.
It's okay, I'll just get my things out of my locker.
Excuse me, it's not okay. This is a weekend of full moons. Nobody wants to work. I mean, your partner Larry's called in sick.
Oh, no.
You swore that you'd fire me if I came in late again. You swore.
Wow.
I'll fire you tomorrow. Duty calls you, kid. The city needs you, please.
Oh, God.
Boy, you look like you aged about 10 years since I rode with you last.
I ain't feeling so hot. I've been seeing the ghosts.
You mean the people we lost? You ever notice people who see shit are always crazy? Mm-hmm. Scientific fact.
Scientific fact.
Let's go, 6'2" Young, answer the radio.
Hey, Marcus, it's Love.
Well, no, she only works when I'm on. I make some weight. Drives her crazy.
I love that he's for the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
6'2" Young, I don't have time for your games. Now answer me, or do I have to come out there myself?
You recognize that
Is
voice?
that Queen Latifah?
Did you happen to recognize the male dispatcher voice?
I'm gonna say Frank Oz. I don't know. I just think that's gonna be my go-to from now on.
Not quite.
No. Who was it?
Don't worry, I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what happened?
Please tell me he's gonna be all right.
No, he did.
He's not dead. It's a heroin overdose. Let's break out the Narcan.
He's been snorting that red death stuff.
Jesus.
Rebuke the spirit of drugs in the name of Jesus. What's his name?
I be banging.
What the hell kind of name is I be banging?
I don't know his real name.
Frederick Smith.
Okay, I be banging. Come on now, we ain't got much time.
Oh my God.
Dear Lord, here I am again, asking one more chance for a sinner. Bring back I be banging, Lord.
I cannot.
You have the might, you have the super light to spare this worthless man. Rise,
Frederick!
I be banging.
Well, you just like blew all those kids' minds.
Hey, post-cardiac arrest. He's gone.
Burke? You're not gonna believe it. He's showing cognitive signs. Started with spontaneous respiration. Now he's fighting to pull out the tube.
Really?
Sometimes people beat the statistics.
I mean, rock on, dude.
I put everything I had into saving this dumbass low-life suicidal that when he went down, it was like I wanted to go with him.
That happened once in Ireland. Girl jumped off the cliffs of Moher and the wind blew her back up.
The wind blew back up. No, that was Jesus, son.
It was also the wind.
Don't tell me about the good book now. I'll preach heaven and beat the hell out of you, don't.
Just like the good Lord brought back I be banging.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on I'll preach you heaven and beat the hell out of you.
He's moving, Doctor. He grabbed my hand. See? See?
Oh, there's Crump. 10 milligrams of Valium.
You have to keep the body going until the brain and the heart recover enough to go on their own.
You know, my father's a really wonderful man. Total stranger he'd do anything for. His own family, though. So your parents?
They're fine. My old man's a bus driver, and mom a nurse. Sort of born to it, I guess.
Yep, where the two intersect.
How long have you been doing this?
5 years.
I just get a lot of overdoses. Bet you picked me up a couple times. Does everyone you meet just spill their guts on you like that?
Mostly. Must be my face. My mother always said I look like a priest.
You do.
He could eat a peach all day.
Nope.
Rule number 1, don't get involved with patients. Rule number 2, don't get involved with patients' daughters. You understand?
What about rule number 3? Don't get involved with dispatchers named Love.
Now, boy, you don't know nothing about rule number 3.
Don't know nothing about rule number 3.
I realized that my training was useful in less than 10% of the calls, and saving someone's life was rarer than that. After a while, I grew to understand that my role was less about saving lives and about bearing witness. It was enough that I simply showed up.
Shit.
Why did you kill me, Frank?
I didn't kill you.
No, you didn't, Frank, and thank you, but there's still a couple hours left on our shift.
Shit.
You hearing them voices again?
I just need a drink.
What them voices saying to you?
They say kill Marcus, okay?
That ain't funny, Frank.
That ain't funny, Frank. Frank's not doing so well.
Hate this block. Nothing but crackheads. Feet hurt.
Oh, shit.
Damn crackheads.
She's over here. No English. She has terrible pain in her belly.
Oh, is she pregnant?
You know, she's pregnant.
Shit.
No, that's impossible with virgins. Call for backup. It's coming. Hold her down.
My God, what the hell is that?
It's 3 legs.
That's too many.
That's too many!
Is she dying? She's having a baby, twins.
It's impossible.
It's possible. It's possible. She's having a baby, okay?
It's a miracle.
Sure.
You take the first one.
It's a boy, Frank. He looks good. How's yours?
Shit.
Open the door. She had a pulse.
Code Blue! Nothing.
All right, we need some more
Can
CPR.
I bother you for a couple
Can we get the
minutes?
next right here?
Come on.
Flatline.
Oh. I've got nothing.
The parents here. Someone's gonna have to tell them.
Yep. Could not do it.
Here's to the greatest job in the world.
The greatest job in the world.
6'2" young, I have priorities holding. Pick up the radio.
Don't do it, Marcus, please.
Let's take it.
No.
I'm coming, baby. Big Daddy Marcus is coming. We coming. No. We coming. Run our message.
Fuck!
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Where you going, Frank?
I quit. Oh, you think just because you quit, them ghosts gonna quit too? It don't work that way, Frank. I've been there, son. You need the Holy Ghost, Frank.
You both need a break.
Yeah.
You know, one minute they tell me that he's almost dead. Next minute they tell me he's better and I go in and it's killing me seeing him fight like that. Well, since you're here, maybe you could do me a favor. Just wait for me outside this building, so I gotta go visit a friend who's sick.
Hmm.
You know, everyone at that hospital's crazy! I'm going crazy too! I just have to relax a little, not...
You a medic, right? I'm sorry. Mary said you might be coming over. Yeah, I call this the Oasis. It's a refuge from the world out there. You want to come in here, relax, sit down.
No.
Brother, she is sound asleep.
Mary, we have to get going.
She asked for something to help her sleep, brother. She's gonna be fine.
Did you give Mary something called Red Death?
Tell me something, Frank. Does killing your clients sound like good business sense to you?
No.
See, the kids selling that Red Death and just trying to make a quick buck. But don't worry, they're gonna be taken care of. I got Tiger working on it. Sleep is all stress reduction, all right? Now, if you take one of these, sleep for 2 hours, that's all you need.
Whoa, what is that? What is that?
Is this what you gave Mary?
Yep. You just ain't gonna believe how relaxing that shit really is.
But what is it? Give me compounds.
I think Frank is beyond the point.
Fair enough.
Of caring.
Fair enough.
I was wrong about you. You're not so bad.
I mean, I feel good about this.
I mean, I don't see how it could possibly go wrong. I'm not saying you don't need something to relax you, my dude. Of all the people, you do. But I don't know that was it. And this is supposed to be relaxing?
You notice the snow?
Yeah, it's backwards.
We're in the stomach. You're in the stomach again. No pulse. God damn it!
Look, you have what you call a paradoxical reaction, right?
Paradoxical.
Right, you are making a serious mistake, my man. I mean, she's just gonna come back. Oh, I'm Frank. You owe me $10.
Shit.
I've been clean for 2 years, no drugs, I got a job, I paint when I'm at home, I don't bother anybody. All the shit happens.
Hello, I'm Frank. I washed my face with 3 kinds of soap. Felt good to be in a woman's room again, especially a woman who wasn't comatose or severely disabled. I felt like I saved someone.
Oh boy.
Frank! Hey, man.
Oh no.
What do you know?
I was hoping that it wouldn't be him, but...
Go to the bank, boy. Take out everything you can.
Mr. Burke,
I'm going. I've had enough.
The family wants us to keep him alive. The wife wants to believe in miracles. We keep him alive. Shock him, Frank. He'll come back. He always comes back.
Jesus.
Son of a bitch!
Do it again.
Don't do it! Hey, Frank!
Frank!
Oh, whoa, Frank.
Frank, what the hell are you doing back there?
I'm sick, Tom. I need a cure.
It's going off the deep
Vitamin
end.
B cocktail followed by an amp of glucose and a drop of adrenaline. It's not as good as beer, but it's all I got.
I don't know that you need any adrenaline.
Blood's gonna run tonight. I can feel it. Our mission, save lives.
Our mission is coffee, Tom.
Blast off!
Oh God, no, don't like it.
Look out!
Now, how did you get that shot? That's very interesting.
He tried to kill himself.
It's not even bleeding.
He does this all the time. He ain't right.
This is the worst suicide attempt I've ever seen.
Jesus.
Here, take it.
You have the nerve to sit here wanting to die and not go through with it? You make me sick! We cured him!
Where you going? Come on, Tom. The city's burning.
Oh boy.
Frank! Are you okay?
No!
Never felt better in my life. How are you?
This guy jumper?
Got a call for shots fired on the 16th floor. The jumper called right after.
He landed on 14.
Was he trying to jump or trying to escape? Shit. Ugh.
That hurt?
No! No!
Jesus.
I have to get you off this thing without sitting off bleeding. Take your blood pressure.
I'm sure it's fine.
All right, I'm in. You in?
I am now.
Nah, he happens to fall. I don't think anybody be crying too much.
Wow, guys.
They're gonna torch the fence. You're gonna feel the metal getting warm. Maybe very warm.
Maybe it'll cauterize the wound?
Don't know if that's how that works.
That's not.
At $10, you want me?
Yeah.
Keep it.
Shit.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
I love this city.
Shit. Like, y'all didn't harness him up? You knew it was gonna happen.
Good thing we clipped you in, huh, Frank?
What about me?
Yeah.
Who buckled me in?
I thought you did. No, I thought you did.
I don't think they were all that concerned with it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Given the conversation when they first came up.
Yes, I know.
We're gonna need some Valium or he's waking up again.
How many times have you shocked him tonight?
14.
What are you gonna do? Just have somebody follow him around with a defibrillator?
No, but we might surgically implant one.
This is it. This is where Frank loses it completely. Oh, okay. I thought he was just gonna rip the tube out.
I keep thinking about how tough my father was. Well, now I know he had to be like that, to make us tough. Because this city, it'll kill you if you aren't strong enough.
Oh, the city doesn't discriminate. It gets everybody. We're all dying, Mary Burke.
Oh.
Come on, Tom, pick up a job. We'll wait for a real call. Let's get in a fight then. We'll win. That's your job. Let's break something, Tom. Let's bust something. Let's pop something. What do you want to break? I don't know. Let's break some windows.
Oh, God.
I know who to work over. This guy's been terrorizing the neighborhood for weeks. Oh, look at that.
Right.
You hit it.
Yeah! Frank! Now get down those stairs and go after him.
Why did you kill me, Frank?
I didn't mean to.
Move, Alice!
Jesus.
You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it.
Jesus.
It's Patrick Burke here. I brought him in.
Frank,
Yes?
let me go.
The light dimming, that was...
Code!
He's dead, Mary. Your father passed.
You have to keep the body going until the brain and heart recover enough to go on their own.
Forgive me, Rose.
It's not your fault. No one asked you to suffer. That was your idea. Would you like to come in?
Yes.
The use of light in this movie is very, very, very cool. Damn.
All right. So that was Bringing Out the Dead. A far cry from the Monty Python sketchy.
Far cry.
Overall thoughts?
So this is definitely one of those that it's not something that I would probably willingly rewatch just because it is such heavy material.
Yeah, very heavy, very intense.
Yeah. But I thought that it was super, super well made. Like, obviously, Martin Scorsese is no director to sniff at. He seems to know what he's doing.
Yes.
A lot.
You have seen one other of his movies that I know of. We watched on the channel, Goodfellas.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure. I don't think you've seen any of his other movies, though.
Probably
which they're all
not.
on the list.
Probably not. So, now that you say that, some of the, I don't know, camera treatments or this like change of frames per second, you know, kind of some of the quick cuts and things are kind of similar to a few scenes that I remember from Goodfellas. So I get that style, his vibe.
Yeah, the quick editing, quick cuts. You're probably thinking of the scene in Goodfellas where he's like freaking out, driving and helicopters flying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And also, like, you know, the voiceover, the narration. I appreciate a voiceover, honestly, especially with a film that's based off of a book. I think it's a good way to portray some of the internal monologue that you get in a book that you can't otherwise get in a movie, you know?
Yeah.
So I really appreciated that. I thought Nick Cage did a fantastic job. To be fair, Unhinged is kind of his, like, go-to. I think it's his baseline.
Yeah, kind of, I don't know if I want to say depressed, but a spiraling person who's losing their grip.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, the bouts of like mania and is just, it's very, very powerful. And I cannot begin to fathom how actual EMT and like healthcare people, you know, like
I said, this is based on a book. It's an adaptation. I haven't read the book, so I can't speak to that. So I don't know how faithful of an adaptation it is. So if anybody knows, put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Definitely, but I did work with a guy years back, and because I work in IT, and before IT, he worked as an EMT.
Oh, really?
And he did it for about 2 years, and he told me some horror stories, and he was like, "Yeah, I just got to a point where it was too much." I was like, "I can't do this anymore."
Well, so
and I can't imagine. Like
the burnout is very, very real, especially during COVID times. You know, this. The nurse and doctor burnout.
No, it takes a special breed of person to be able to do that. I'm too soft or whatever, but it wouldn't take long for me to be like, nope, I'm out. Especially if something happened like with the baby.
Yes,
like, I'm out.
Yes,
I can't. That would. There's no coming back from that for me.
Yeah. So I thought that this did a phenomenal job in capturing the sheer
chaos,
craziness. I mean, just
stress.
Yes,
and
and on top of that, like to be doing that sort of job, emergency services job, period, in a city like New York, in like a large scale city with such a huge populace, like it's just bonkers to me. So if you viewer are in the you know, emergency services, healthcare, freaking thank you, because I sure as shit couldn't do it. You're awesome. I was a little surprised at some of the people who kind of popped up that I didn't, you know, like I know it said Ving Rhames, but I forgot about it. Like until I saw him again, I was like, oh yeah, there he is.
John Goodman.
Yeah.
Tom Sizemore, who you said you knew his name, but you couldn't place him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking of him from Saving Private Ryan.
Probably, yeah, because he was one of the, like, not commanders, but he was like one of the bosses, right?
Yeah. We'll just save time. Yeah.
Say bosses. I don't know military terms.
He was higher up in the chain of command.
Correct.
In the group they were in.
Yeah. Patricia Arquette, like I know the name and I know her face, but I can't remember where else I've seen her. But she did a good job. I was a little nervous when I saw that this was like 2 hours long, and I didn't know really anything about it. Nicolas Cage for 2 hours, but
hang on. I'm pretty sure at the beginning you said I love Nicolas Cage.
I do, but he's very intense.
I wrote that down because I wanted to bring that up.
I love him in his like insanity, you know, like just the sheer Nicolas Caginess of him. Yes, he's a verb or an adverb, adjective.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how words work. Degree in communications. Mostly, I was concerned about when, in the beginning, when I realized what was happening in the movie. Like, oh, it's an EMT, we're following this.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I don't know if I'm gonna be okay with 2 hours of this.
It's gonna be intense.
Yes, and it was. But I think they did a really good job sort of breaking up like the super high intensity with some more mellow moments and a few little bouts of humor here and there. And
I mean, Ving Rhames is pretty much all humor.
Yeah, which was totally needed, and like gives it a little bit of levity. And some of the softer, sort of more, even amidst the chaos that was going on, there were still kind of moments of real humanity, So I think it did a really good job of balancing the intensity. And I said this during, I think right there at the end, but like the use of light.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. The look of the movie, like the highlights and bursts of color mixed or contrasted with like the dark, shadowy parts of the city,
grimy kind of. Yeah, I thought it did exactly what it was intending to, is to show you sort of the bright lights in amongst the gloom and doom. Oh, and also kind of along the same lines as like the lighting, the use of some of the camera angles, especially during the more like manic moments of like the camera being like on its side or flipping upside down, or like the quick cuts and like the sped up frame rates and everything.
Yeah.
I thought, it was just done really well.
It ratcheted up like the tension and the craziness of it.
Yeah. It set you in that mindset, I think, without being too distracting, because sometimes when like a movie or a show is going for that, I'm just like, oh, well, I can't watch this. This is like making me nauseous. I think it pushed just enough without like actually physically affecting me. What are some notes? I think I need some direction now. That's my overall vibes.
All right, yeah, sounds good. So this was Martin Scorsese. This is what I'm interested in, because I haven't read the book and I don't know a whole lot about just EMTs and their job in general, like how it actually is. But I know that Scorsese and Nicolas Cage did ride-alongs with actual EMT crews to get a sense of what it's like. I also read that the screenwriter also rode along with paramedics, and his first night out with them, he had to go with them on a call of a homeless person who had fell onto train tracks and was hit.
Oh no.
And that was like one of the first things he saw.
Nope. That'd have been my last. Been my last. First and last.
But no, the thing that I'm kind of like interested in is, if anybody knows or has any like knowledge or background in this field of work, is how it's one of my like cons of the movie. It's pretty much every character seems like a caricature.
Yeah,
like over the top. And I want to know, are some EMTs really like that, or how much of it was played up for storytelling, and like, is it over the top too much, or is it pretty accurate?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, no, I do understand what you mean, because it did certainly seem, a little overwhelming personalities from time to time, which
they seem kind of like almost cartoonish.
Yes,
And
is that just for the movie, or do y'all know, like, there's plenty of EMTs out there that are just
I'm very interested.
that are just cranked up to 11 at all times.
Another thing I read was that Martin Scorsese has said that this was his least favorite movie to film. Because it was majority night shoots in New York in the winter. So the weather conditions were very harsh. And so he and crew and cast were pretty miserable for most of it.
Can imagine so, yeah.
I also read that Mark Anthony, who played Noel, and Tom Sizemore, they didn't get along very much. And
well, I wonder how much of that was channeled.
Yeah, I was about to say, some of that may have translated and came through in certain scenes, which, I mean, adds to realism and in some forms helps.
I have a question about the Noel Tom situation. What was his end goal? Was he just gonna like beat him to death and leave him there?
Possibly.
Like,
I don't know. I think, because Nick Cage said just want to fight, and I think it's more of they are looking like they're so amped up and stressed out.
Yeah.
And they're just looking for some kind of outlet and some kind of catharsis.
Yeah.
And they have a twisted way of releasing that, exercising it.
I mean, like, I understand that, but I guess it was like, you can't go after someone with a baseball bat and not be intending to kill them. Like, that's just my hot take. But anyways, sorry, back to your notes.
How did you feel about Nicolas Cage and Patricia Arquette's relationship and their chemistry together?
It didn't necessarily feel like forced or anything. It just felt like it's kind of weird because Nicolas Cage in romantic opposites is always sort of awkward to me. But no, I mean, I thought they were fine.
The reason I asked is because they were married during the filming of this.
Oh, well, okay. I would not have picked up on that. I mean, I didn't necessarily see... maybe this is just me. I didn't see them so much as a romantic relationship as I saw kind of just like two struggling creatures trying their best to find some semblance of comfort
in each other.
Exactly. Yep. And like him sort of forming this protective sort of bond for her, but not necessarily romantic. I felt more of a, platonic-ish vibe.
I was just wondering if you could pick up any, like if you could tell, or if there was anything about their chemistry that, all right. Good deal. So you picked out Queen Latifah as the female dispatcher. You still don't have any idea who the male dispatcher was?
No, I don't know. Just tell me.
It was Marty Scorsese.
Oh, well, I don't know what the hell he sounds like. It's like, I don't know, Marty from Tom.
Yeah, I didn't think you would, but he has his own little cameo.
Okay.
It's kind of more than a cameo.
Yeah.
It's a role.
I appreciated his delivery though. That was great. You did a good job.
It was great.
Hey, Martin, you did a good job.
The sequence where you finally get to see Frank, what happened with Rose.
Oh, when he couldn't trach her.
Snow, and I told you to look at the snow because it was.
Yeah, because it was falling. Well, it was going in reverse.
Yeah, and the actors filmed all their movements like in reverse.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that scene in Top Secret.
Then it was played in reverse, so it just added to that like ethereal, weird, dream-like.
Yeah.
So it gave her that unnatural looking movement.
Yeah.
But the one dead giveaway is the snow is going back up.
Yeah. Well,
and that also just plays into the like dream-like sequence.
Yeah, that scene freaked me out a little bit because like, y'all, the equipment used to do intubation is so scary looking. I mean, it's like this hooked thing that they have to.
A lot of medical equipment.
It's terrifying. Medical equipment is terrifying.
It's life-saving, but it looks.
Yeah, it's scary as hell. But thanks for doing your job. So yeah, and.
So that's pretty much it for notes. Did you have any favorite scenes or least favorite scenes? Anything that stuck out to you? I mean, I got some of those written down.
I think my favorite scene was probably with Marcus and Frank in the club with the
I Be Banging.
Yeah, I Be Banging.
That's when I wrote down the I Be Banging Resurrection.
Yeah. I just thought that was so funny. They basically like gave him the what is that the
Narcan?
Narco or whatever it is on the sly, and it looked like that.
Yeah.
It
made it seem like a miracle from God above.
Yeah, I was like, you might have just changed some kids' lives.
Charlatan.
Least favorite, I mean, it was the baby. So
yeah, that's rough.
That one almost got me. That one almost got me. So I will say this one thing, like I did like how, other than Tom, who was just as crazy as Nick Cage's character, even, John Goodman and Ving Rhames, their characters sort of seemed like they had it under control, like they were compartmentalizing everything. But at the, end, even they were sort of like at the end of their shifts, they were cracking. Like John took the day off and
took a day off after saying like I can't do this anymore.
And after the wreck, Marcus is hanging out of the truck saying like, you can't get rid of the ghost. Like he lets it show that he's
Yeah, when he said to you, I quit, he's like, those ghosts ain't gonna quit you.
Yeah,
can't quit them.
I was like, you know the ghosts too.
Mm-hmm. And the only other scenes kind of go back to what you were talking about with the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the scene where he takes the equipment off, and whenever he finally goes, the light dims on his face. It's kind of visual storytelling.
Yeah.
It may be a bit on the nose, but I like it.
I mean, I thought it worked really well though because of the contrast. The background, that grimy sort of green. I don't know. Maybe it's gauche, and I'm just so uncultured for thinking it's really cool. But I thought that it was very nice.
It was visual storytelling because the equipment is not going to give you the flatline sound.
Yeah.
So there's a visual cue to let you know.
Which I think was even more appropriate because you had become almost desensitized to the sound of the equipment. Because, I mean, they had to shock him, what they say, 17 times?
Around 14, 17, it was a lot.
After a while, the kind of like the equipment beeps they're not as impactful, but like the lighting change was a quiet but visual expression of what had actually occurred. So I thought that was beautiful.
I liked that. And at the very end, the way I read it is Frank finally accepted that he couldn't save everybody, and you save the ones you can, and the other times you're just kind of like the ferryman.
Yeah.
And you finally stopped holding on to that and accepted death.
Yeah. I mean, he said it earlier, but in the voiceover kind of stuff, he said that, but he said it in a bitter manner. At the time, like he hadn't yet accepted. But he said something to the effect of, a lot of times I'm not even there to save them. I'm just there to witness. And so I think, like you said there at the end, he said,
finally accepted that.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being the witness sometimes. So
yeah, he finally accepted it, and the
peace.
Light. Yeah, he finally had peace. The burden had been lifted off of him, and the lighting getting brighter was a great visual cue.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. So you want to give it a rating?
Again, this is one of those I don't know that I would want to watch again, but I thoroughly appreciated and enjoyed the viewing experience, and I'm gonna give this one 8.5.
Okay. I'm going to give this one a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, but as far as Scorsese films goes, it's more on the middle of the list for me.
Well, there again, I've seen two now, so my compare and contrast is
Yeah. No, don't worry.
Lacking.
We will get to those other films. Don't you worry.
Okay. Pippin, what would you give it? 10 beans, bitch. Keep scratching. Oh, there it is. 8.5, 7, and 10 beans. As we said, guys, if y'all have any comments, commentary, especially individuals who are in, emergency services, EMT.
Yes. How faithful is this to your work environment, your job? Also, people who have read the book.
Yeah.
How faithful of an adaptation is this?
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
Yeah. Same. If y'all have any behind the scenes tidbits, I would be especially interested to see behind the scenes stuff for this movie. I think it would be very, very interesting. So definitely share those with us. Let us know, what would you rate this one? What in your opinion should be the next Scorsese movie that we watch? If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like the video. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. At the time of filming this, we're really close to breaking 40,000 subscribers, and that would be bonkers. So if you just forget to hit the button, here's your reminder. Do it now. You guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and we will see you next time with another first time. Bye.
He's like, hey, no. He's like, don't use that the way. Use the